Okay, so I'm bringing forth another horrible video. Sit back and enjoy. That's a threat, not a offer. So, yes, today we are speaking about whether or not Skate 4 is bound to fail, or well, it's not called Skate 4, it's just Skate now. But yeah, is it gonna fail, and why do people think it's gonna fail? If you don't know what Skate is, the series itself, it's basically a skateboarding game. It's called Skate, where it's like a little fun skateboard sandbox game. That's what I would say. I feel like, that's like a peak explanation. I know ball. But now we have the Skate pipeline, as in like, well, timeline, not pipeline. So you have Skate 1 released in 2007. Then you have Skate It released in 2008, Skate 2 released in 2009, and Skate 3 released in 2010. And then we have Skate coming in probably 2025, late or 2026. And if you're thinking, did he just say Skate It? Don't hate me for mentioning this, because I never heard anyone mention Skate It. I heard Skate 1. I didn't play Skate 1. I didn't play Skate 2 either. I played 3, but you never hear anyone say It. But Skate It is basically it was for the Wii, the DS, and iOS, so little fun fact if you didn't know. If you did know it, you're commenting, this guy's making a video on Skate. Yeah, he says he knows ball, but he doesn't know ball. How long is it? A minute 20. Shut your ass up. Bro. So yes, now we have Skate 4, or just Skate. Like I said, it's probably gonna release either late 2025 around the winter, or 2026. I don't know when I can guess a time zone, but yeah. So now we're back. Not back, but we're at the main part of the video, right? People claim the game is bound to fail, or it's going to fail. Not to mention it's getting hate. Now you might be thinking, why is it getting hate? There's a few different reasons that I kind of support, but then I think it's really stupid. The worst one, the most brain dead reason I've seen thus far is graphics, right? A lot of folks do not like the graphics. They're like, oh my god, looks like Fortnite. Skate 3 is better. And don't get me wrong, preference is human. It's a human emotion. It's a human action you can take, right? You like this better than that. That's perfectly fine, There's nothing wrong with having preference to an older game or a certain look, which is fine, but folks I feel like they're blowing it out of proportion. You can dislike something without making it seem like it's too much. Like, I've seen people on TikTok comments hate on the graphics so much, like, my nigga, are you there to look at the fucking screen and admire the graphics, or are you there to do wacky fucking skate tricks and shit? Like, it honestly blows my mind the way people are so crazy about the graphics. I get it, you want the old graphics back, but you are acting like they removed whole ass mechanics. Like, you would think this game is no longer Skate by the way they're complaining about the graphics. Suck it up. Like, that's like niggas, like, folks be babies, yo. But don't get me wrong, like I said, I get that. But look on screen right now. So we have Skate 4 and Skate 3, right? Now me personally, I'm not gonna sit here and lie either. I also like the way Skate 3 look more. However, Skate 4, okay, like, again, when I was playing it, I wasn't thinking, damn, yo, these graphics is crazy. I was just like, I was just skateboarding. Like, I never once fucking said, oh man, these graphics is wild. Nah. Again, like I said, I also like Skate 3, and it would be cool if they did kind of, lean a little. I'm not saying lean fully, but a little more to Skate 3, but hey, fuck it. It's their game, and whether or not they have the graphics that I like or don't like, unless it's horrible, I'm gonna still play it. Again, the main point is to fucking skate, so shut your asses up and skate. You get it? The game is called Skate, so I'm saying, like, shut up and yeah. You see what I did there? Yeah, okay. Other things I've heard about, which I feel like these next few things might actually make the game fail. Graphics is purely opinion based. It's gonna weed out fake fans. I feel like if you're a real Skate fan, you aren't gonna let simply graphics, like, play the game, do the playtest and see what's up. Now we have my throat hurt a little bit. I don't think I got water in me. But now we have, like, certain things. One, live service. So if you aren't aware, Skate 4 will be a free to play live service. Did I say I was gonna buy it earlier? But Skate 4 will be a live service game, which is good but bad. If you aren't aware, live service games are basically online forever games. By that I mean there is no offline mode, right? So, like, if the game low-key flops or doesn't do as well as they want it and they shut down the servers, you basically can't play. You're fucking cooked. Unless they end up adding an offline, variant. But until, as of right now, it's going to be live service. So if the game, falls off and they close the servers, you can't play. So any time, money, and all that you put into the game, it's fucking useless. Which a lot of folks hate. Which I understand, because again, even if the game is free or paid, imagine putting time and effort into a game and a company could just be like, gone. And it's one thing when games are predominantly multiplayer, but you could play offline. Like Call of Duty, most folks played online, but you can play single player. There's stories, zombies. You can play against bots. You and your friends can load it up, you know. So you're not stuck to damn. The game died, I can't play no more. You can. It might not be as fun, but it's still possible. Whereas live service games like these, once it kind of dies, they might just end up being like, alright, cool, cut the servers off, and then we're all cooked. So that's a solid reason why the game might fail. Another reason is spending money. The game should be free. The game is an alpha, right? And yet they already added fucking cosmetics you can buy. Now don't get me wrong. To me, I don't care about it, but one thing I do find a little distasteful is the fact that you put, you know, money already in it's the alpha. Like, bro, you really gonna make me pay for the fucking alpha? Like, not pay for the alpha, you're gonna make me pay already in alpha? Like, dog, we can't even, like, it's one thing if it was in like beta. But we can't, like, ideally, the clips you're seeing on screen are not mine. We can't even post, right, like, you know, actual footage of the game without being at risk of it being taken down. I didn't fucking read that NDA, so I'm not sure what else they could do. But ideally, if they want, they could take your content down and fucking, like, remove you or ban you from the playtest. So I can't even post this shit, yet you're telling me that I could fucking spend money on it? Like, that's fucking crazy. I've seen some folks complain, like, besides the fact that it's an alpha, I've seen some folks complain about how it's, you know, you could buy cosmetics and all that. Not too many, but I just want to speak about how it's kind of funny how they put, you know, cosmetics within the playtest. I'm going to assume and hope that when the game comes out fully, it's going to transfer over, so any money folks spent aren't just wasted. And overall, we're approaching the end of the video. Now we have my personal opinion. Now, I played every single playtest, I believe. I played on PC 3 different times. I even played it on mobile. So, I put some hours into the game, right? However, I'm gonna be honest, right? I enjoy it. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not some D1 skate demon, you know? I'm not out here, I'm not a veteran, nothing like that. And I'm not gonna pretend to be one, right? I'm just doing like surface level, trying to kind of make like a little funny video, right? So it's like, I understand why some folks don't like it, especially if you're like a hardcore demon within the scene. But as someone who's just like kind of like, you know, not surface level, but like got like 2 ankle deep in, I was like ankle maybe knee deep in. It's a fun game, you know. When I got on there, I wasn't worried about the graphics. When I seen you can spend money, I didn't give a fuck. Because again, looking cool doesn't change shit. You can buy the coolest cosmetics and you can still pull off no fucking tricks, right? Now don't be wrong, who doesn't want to be dripped the fuck out? However, it doesn't matter. Again, like I said, it doesn't give you a benefit. So when I saw you can spend money, that's weird, but I don't care. Oh, the graphics aren't like, they aren't like Skate 3-ish. They aren't like gritty and all that. Okay, whatever, I don't care. So overall, I like it, right? I played 3 a little bit with some friends, you know, back on 360. I enjoyed it. Skate 4 overall feels fun to cruise and do tricks. Again, like I said, I'm not a demon, but I had fun. And going back to the live service part, that sucks ass, right? But I mean, overall, as long as they don't cut the servers off, I feel like the game's gonna do fucking fine, right? If the game doesn't do good and they cut off the servers, they're bound to get backlash, right? But you know what? EA kind of has a, you know, a interesting reputation, especially for being cash grabbing motherfuckers. So we don't know how that's gonna go. I feel like, you know, the game itself is valid. You know, you're gonna see some people hate. That's just how things work. Everything has hate, you know. But fuck it. I advise you, if you didn't already, sign up for the play. I'm not sure. Is it still open? If it's still open, I'll leave a link to like sign up for the playtest in the description. But sign up for the playtest and play it. Before you sit here and complain, play it. If you play it and you don't like it, alright, cool. Even if it's just because of the graphics, whatever. At least you tried it. But don't sit here and see TikToks and videos and be like, I don't like those graphics. They're actually really shitty. And okay, bro, shut your ass up. My throat hurts. But yeah, like, subscribe, and comment if you made it this far. To any of my returning subscribers, as you might see the content shift where I'm doing more, you know, planned out, oriented videos instead of my more random ones. I'm kind of putting more thought into them, more like yapping videos. I'm still gonna do my other videos, but I'm trying to, like, you know, trying to have more of a niche than just be uploading whatever and whenever. I will still upload any videos that I do think are fun or funny or interesting, if they're not like, you know, yap based. But I just want to let you guys know that I'm trying to, you know, put more, you know, pizzazz into my videos. So yeah, hope you guys fucking with it. But yeah, again, like, subscribe, and comment. Catch you guys around, and you know, go skate.